Hello friends and welcome back to another video. So today I am going to be showing you guys how I get this beautiful, radiant, no makeup, kind of low maintenance, at least for me, type of makeup look. This is my everyday makeup look when I need to be camera ready for Zoom meetings, Teams meetings, when I'm running errands and I just want to look a little bit more polished. Um, it seems like it's very full coverage, but you'll find that it's not really at all. It's more so about how we just place the products that we use. So I hope that you enjoy this video and let's get started. So first thing with any type of makeup look that I'm doing, I always focus on skincare, even when I'm not wearing makeup. I find that when I focus more on skincare, it actually makes it so that I don't have to use primer. Because I used to wear really heavier makeup styles when I was younger, and I like would use a lot of matte primers. But when I became more skincare focused, I didn't really need all of that. So I'm gonna start off with the ginseng essence water. This is from Beauty of Joseon. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I got this off Amazon. I love this for just like my everyday skincare routine, but before I apply makeup because it's very, very hydrating. And when I do wear makeup, I kind of tweak my skincare routine because sometimes when you have too much skincare on, it actually can make your makeup pill, and some skincare products just don't mix well with makeup. So you want to be careful about what you're layering on top of what. And I recommend focusing on moisturizer. Making sure that your skin is moisturized and prepped will help your makeup last longer and stick to your face better. The next thing that I like to use is the Summer Fridays Rich Cushion Cream. This is super hydrating. I like to use this especially during the winter time when my skin is a little bit drier. A little really goes a long way. I apply this all over my face and neck and on my under eyes. And if I were to do a gua sha before doing my makeup, I would do it right after this step and before my sunscreen. Yep. Next product and the last one that I'm going to use is obviously sunscreen. I use the Supergoop Glow Screen. This is my favorite year-round sunscreen. It has a little bit of a tint to it, so it just melts right into my skin. The color that I use is Golden Hour. I believe it comes in like 4 different shades for different skin tones, so I definitely recommend this if you want a nice lightweight sunscreen that doesn't pill with your other skincare products or your makeup, but also doesn't give you a white cast. It's very brown and black girl friendly, and it kind of gives your skin a little bit of a glow. I really honestly think that it makes my skin look like a little bit filtered. It just really smooths everything out. And then while I am doing my makeup, I like to have a little something on my lips just to keep it moisturized. We are using the Fenty Plush Pudding. I have been in love with this. I got this after I ran out of my Laneige because I wanted to try something new. And I think I like this better than the Laneige. The Laneige, I feel like, comes off really white on your lips, especially if you use like the berry one. Whereas this one kind of just looks like a little lip balm. So I recommend this. If you want a different alternative from the Laneige one, try Fenty Skin. Okay, so once your skincare is done and your skin is all prepped, we are going to even out the base of our face. So I like to use, it's called the Sephora Weekend Warrior Tone Up Cream. The shade that I have is number 4 R&R. I prefer to use this over a tinted moisturizer on days like this because I tend to spot conceal, so I don't really need coverage so much as just an even base to work with, and this is perfect for that. This is one of those products that it looks like a tinted moisturizer, but I wouldn't even call it, I don't even know if I would consider it a tinted moisturizer just because it doesn't really give you a lot of coverage for real. It's buildable, but I wouldn't say it gives much of any coverage whatsoever. Like I said, I really just like to use it to even out my skin tone. So we're going to start off with just a thin layer. And once this is all applied, we're going to go in with our concealer. I also like this because it's very hydrating and it doesn't add any texture and it gives a really radiant finish, which I love for my no makeup type looks or like my everyday type looks. So this is perfect if you have like a Zoom meeting or you want to run errands and you want to look a little bit more fresh, but not done up, you know? Yeah. Once you're done with your base, whether it's a tinted moisturizer or BB cream or what have you, we're gonna go ahead and spot conceal. I love the Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealers. I have 3 of these that I use on different parts of my face, or different parts of the year, depending on what my skin tone is. And these are just, they're amazing. They last forever. They cover everything, but it doesn't get cakey at all. A little goes a long way with these though, because they're very pigmented. So we're gonna go in with these and we're gonna spot conceal. And you wanna be strategic about where you apply your concealer. So I have the colors Caramel, Walnut, and Chocolate. We're probably going to use Caramel and Walnut today because chocolate is usually more of a summer color for me. So, like I said, you want to be strategic about where you place them. I like to have a lifted look. So first, we're going to go in with Walnut and we are going to spot conceal anywhere that I have any acne scars, dark marks, discoloration, things that didn't get covered with that tone up cream. The brush that I'm using today is Hourglass. I believe this is their concealer brush. I had bought some Hourglass brushes for myself for Christmas, and I see why the girls be about these Hourglass brushes because the way that they just apply everything, it just goes on so smoothly and I love it. So this is Walnut, like I said. We're going to take Walnut and we're going to apply to any blemishes as well as under the eyes. And I only like applied a little bit. I'm not digging into my concealer. And for this look, you want to make sure that your concealer is as close as possible to your natural skin tone because we're not using heavy coverage foundation or anything, and we're not doing any contouring or anything crazy like that. So if it doesn't match your skin tone, it's gonna look crazy. And you don't wanna look crazy. And as I'm applying it, I'm just kind of pressing it into my skin and blending out the outer edges. We're gonna hit around the nose. And I've been using my topical serum religiously recently, and the acne scar that I usually have in this area It's definitely fading. I'm really happy about that. If you don't use Topicals Fade Serum, I don't know what you're using, to be quite honest with you. I really don't. That's a holy grail product. Everybody should use it, to be honest with you. Okay. Now we're gonna apply under the eyes. And again, we're still gonna stick with the color that matches your skin tone. And blending until it basically disappears into your skin. With a look like this, it's really the concealer that does all the heavy lifting. That's why I like to use this Nars concealer, because a little bit of full coverage concealer just really makes everything. You know, you don't have to use too much. Like, I'm like barely applying any on this brush. A little goes a long way. It's not about how much you apply, it's about how you apply it, where you apply it. Like, if you're strategic with your makeup application, you don't need to do too much for real. Unless you want to. Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to do too much if that's what you are going for. But that's not the type of look that we're doing today, so we're not gonna do too much. Even out just some other areas of my skin. Today we're gonna touch around the mouth just a little bit more. I'm telling you, this concealer, you guys, will have you looking flawless with very little effort. I love these. Absolutely love these. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we are going to use a lighter shade to highlight certain areas. This color is caramel, and we're not going to use a lot. We're just going to be strategic about where we place it. And I'm going to go in with the same brush. So we're going to do the outer corner, inner corner, T-zone, and I like to do the chin, and then my like Cupid's bow area. So again, taking like the tiniest bit. You literally, like, guys, I'm only doing this, like the tiniest bit. You almost don't even see it on the brush for real. We're going to touch here. We're going to touch here. 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 I'm going to put that a little bit more. Down the nose, between the brows, by chinny chin chin. We'll do her on the mouth too, because why not? And we're gonna let that just sit a little bit so that it can really like concentrate itself. While it's sitting, we're gonna go in with brow gel. I've been loving thin brows recently. So what I do, instead of brushing them up, kind of just brush them in a straight line. And I might like, just like, oh, and this is the Rare Beauty Brow Gel. I use this all the time. The label's rubbed off of it. We're now going to go in with the Rare Beauty brow pencil. The color that I use is soft black. So actually I don't need that end. Okay, we're just gonna follow our natural brow line. Really soft strokes, nothing super crazy. I usually go in a little darker, but because my hair is light right now, we don't want too much of a contrast. Okay, bow, purr. Now we're gonna do the other side. I feel like my brows, I can never get them to even look like sisters sometimes. I feel like one brow is like more arched than the other, which is really annoying. But we make it do what it do, regardless. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. We're gonna clean them up, but I think I'm happy with that. Okay. Before we clean up the brows though, let's get to blending our highlighted concealer. So you wanna keep it in the area that you put it in. Don't blend it out too much because that then kind of ruins the point of where you put it. So we're blending up and out, but notice that I stop at the tail end of my eyebrow, like I'm not going past that. And I'm just gonna bring it in just a little bit. And then the inner corner, we're gonna bring it in, kind of meet there in the middle. And then I like to bring it up and into my eyeball socket. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I turn the brush around on the side that doesn't have any product just so I can blend up the outer edges. But you see how you can get a nice kind of full coverage-ish look without applying too much product. You just need to know where to place it for real. So we're gonna do the same thing on this side. And I'm actually gonna cover up, I have a little bruise here under my eyebrow. See if I can cover that up. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the inner corner. Bring that around on top of the socket. The nose. Blending around the mouth and the chin. You basically just want to blend until everything is seamless. There's no lines of demarcation. And if you think you're done blending, keep on blending. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the same brush that I used to apply the Tone Up Cream, and we're just gonna go around the edges of where I put the concealer to help just with everything again. Just to blend it even more. Happy with how that looks. Now I'm not gonna apply any more product on my concealer brush. I'm just gonna use what's on there to shape my brows and just clean up my brows just a little bit. You see what I mean when I be saying that they don't even be looking like sisters for real. I don't know. I think I got them as close as I could today, though. Yeah, no, they actually look pretty good. They look good. Let me stop. Let me stop. All right. Now we are going to add some color back into our face. So I like to use the Kosas. This is their concealer in 8.7. I like to use this to bronze, especially in the wintertime when I'm a little bit lighter because this is actually my summer shade. But I prefer this to bronze rather than actually using it as a concealer. And I think I'm about done with it. So I might have to put my Juvia's Place on top depending on how much I have left. I like to use this as a bronzer instead of a concealer because it's not super full coverage. And I put it on the back of my hands like so. And we're going to take this Real Techniques, the Expert Face Brush. This is my favorite brush for bronzers. And we're just gonna dip it in. And the reason why I like to do it this way instead of like applying the concealer to my face straight away and then blending is because since we're going for a more natural, low maintenance look, it ensures that you don't apply too much. But you kind of got to work fast with this product because it dries quickly. So I'm going to apply to my forehead because I have a 5 head. We're going to go to the cheekbone, like right on top. You don't want to go any lower than your actual cheekbone. Because if you want to look lifted, we gotta keep it, keep it up, keep it at the top of your cheekbones. Do that for the other side. And I prefer the Kosas because it blends so nicely. It really does. I'm definitely gonna have to repurchase this. And then we're also going to just go right here along the jawline and the chin. I don't usually take it up this way, just over here. And we're going to bronze the nose, and we're gonna bring this up towards our eyebrow, just like that. I also don't do any, even when I do high coverage makeup or like a full coverage makeup look, I do not really contour my nose anymore. I just like how it looks lightly bronzed. What do you think that looks better? And then I'm gonna apply a little bit more because what's on my hand right now is drying up. So just a little bit, nothing too crazy because we're gonna use this on our eyes. I don't use eyeshadow for my normal day-to-day makeup. Matter of fact, I don't really use eyeshadow ever, but I do like to use a little bronzer in the eye, and we place it right here, like right above my eye socket, and we blend out but up. And this, again, will give your eyes a more lifted look. I really prefer more of like a cat eye, lifted eye look. And this will do, it's doing what it needs to do, It's doing what it needs to do. It looks like you just got a fresh Botox brow lift. And we'll bring it into the inner corner here. Tip of my nose. And then we'll go under the lips. And Cupid's bow. So we've got our bronzer on. We are now going to do our blush. Okay, so the blushes that I'm going to use today, we're using Rare Beauty, and this is the color Joy. And we're also using the Fenty Cream. And this color is Strawberry Drip. Strawberry Drip, excuse me. So to apply our liquid blush, we are going to use the Fenty foundation brush. I prefer to use this for blush because it's dense and it picks up enough color. And with cream and liquid blushes, I feel like you got to go a little bit more heavy-handed and with a more dense brush because blush is like the first thing to come off of your face. And we're gonna powder after this. So we don't want to apply too little because after we do our setting powder, you won't see it, which kind of defeats the purpose. So I'm gonna apply this to the apples and then up. And usually for my everyday looks, I like to go with pinks and peaches just to give me like a rosy flush. I'm gonna apply a little to my chin as well, and then the bridge of my nose, just to give like a cute, cute little sun-kissed look, even though it's the middle of winter time. And then we're gonna go in with Joy. I scraped off a little bit because I, again, don't want to go in. I don't want to go in too crazy, but I want just enough. But we're gonna keep Joy around like the cheekbone, since it's a little bit more orange, and not bring it down too far. My hair keeps getting in the way. Alrighty, so now that all of our cream and liquid products have been applied, we are going to go ahead and powder. So I like to use the Laura Mercier translucent powders. I use honey for my under eyes and any place where I highlighted, and this one is medium deep for the rest of my face. I do not bake. I don't bake even when I'm doing a full coverage look. I just don't like how it looks on me. So what we're actually going to do is we are going to use, this is the Real Techniques. I believe this is just like their setting brush. We're going to just take, I already have just a little bit in the cap, like nothing crazy. We're gonna take just some of this. So fill up your brush. And we're gonna press this into our under eyes. And then we're gonna also apply this to anywhere that we applied the highlighting concealer. So around the mouth and the T-zone. This will give us more of like a soft matte finish rather than like a super matte, almost like porcelain type finish, because that's just not what we're going for today. That type of finish is for another day. Now I'm gonna take the medium deep and again, really just gonna use what's in the cap already and not apply anything extra. Swirl it around, tap it off, and we're gonna apply this to the rest of the face. So over the blush, over our bronzer, just to set everything else that we applied. Once you're done with your powders, we're going to apply just a little bit of powder blush on top of the cream blush that we used. So I'm using the Real Techniques blush brush, and this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills blush trio in Berry Adore. I love this blush trio. Like, she did her big one when she made this, for real. We're gonna use this like peachy color, and then I like to mix it with the color in the middle. Again, not a lot, just lightly tap, just to add that little bit of color back that might have lifted off when we were applying our translucent powder. Okay, and that is it for the face. So now we're going to do our lips. I love a lip combo. I feel like that's like a universal like girl thing, is the lip combo. For my regular everyday lips, I like to do either like nudes, browns, or reddish brown. I don't necessarily have like a lip combo that I use every single day for real. It really just depends on what I'm feeling and what I want to use for that day. So today, what we're going to use, we're going to start off with our lip liners. So I usually use 2 lip liners. One in like a dark brown to kind of contour the lips, and then like a rosy pinkish to line the lips. So we're gonna take this dark brown. This is the Line Loud Lip Pencil from NYX, and I don't even know what color this is. Rebel Kind. I love NYX lip liners. I almost refuse to spend a crazy amount of money on lip liners because why? So I apply this to like the outside of my lips, right under the bottom of my lips. Just to add depth, you know, make it a little bit poutier. Now we're gonna go in with, this is also NYX, their matte lip liner in Vintage. This I'll use to actually line. So I think when I'm drawing this a little bit above the brown. And we want everything super soft and super blended out because we want it to kind of look like our lips but better. Next, I like to use like a combination of like a red lipstick or lip tint with a brown gloss, but I never do like a full coverage lip. I prefer something a little bit more sheer. So this is the YSL Rouge Volupte Shine. I think the color is 83. I'll put it in the description box because it's rubbed off, so I can't, but this is what it looks like. Very pretty, just like rose color. So I'm gonna apply this just in the middle. And you see how it literally is just like a lip blush. Like it's nothing super crazy because we're not looking for anything super crazy today. Okay. And we can leave it like this because I like how it looks. Like if you want something kind of subtle, nothing, you know, extra, leave it like this. Otherwise, we're gonna add a little gloss. We're going to use the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil. This is in Honey Talks. We're just gonna apply this to the middle of her bottom lip. The middle of the top too, I guess. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you try this tutorial. Like I said, this is really just my everyday. I'll probably do another video with an actual like soft glam look, but I'm really happy with how this came out and I hope that you enjoy it too. Anyways, if this video resonated with you, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things that the YouTube girlies tell you to do, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.